Good afternoon, teacher. I am going to talk about to provide definition of five cultural dimension the get hosted. The first dimension is collectivism. Cultural dimension the get hosted. The first dimension is collectivism versus individualism. This dimension focuses on the degree to which people in a society integrate into groups. The second is the power distance. This dimension measures the degree to which the less powerful members of society. The third dimension is the masculinity versus femininity. This dimension examines the distribution of roles between genders. In this masculinity represent a preference for achievement, heroines as assertiveness and material rewards for success. Society is more competitive and gender roles are well defined. And femininity represent a preference for corporation, modesty, concern for the weak, and quality of life. Society is more conscious oriented and gender roles overlap. And the fourth dimension is uncertainty about abundance. This dimension expresses the degree to which members of a society feel uncomfortable or threatened by uncertainty and ambiguity. And the final dimension is the long-term orientation versus a short-term orientation. This dimension describes how a society may maintain some things with its paths while facing the challenge of the present and future. The intercultural competence is much more than simply knowing the customs of their countries. It is a mental and emotional toolbox that allows us to navigate the complex landscape and the cultural difference effectively and respectfully. And for me, the intercultural competence is essential. The ability to change perspective and handle uncertainty in situations where our cultural role and doesn't not apply. It's not just about knowledge. It's not simply about knowing that is in Japan people about or the punctuality is valued in Germany. The cultural knowledge is the foundation, but is insufficient on its own. Is the attitude unskilled? The heart at the intercultural competence lays the inaptitude, opens and curiosity, unskilled empathy and flexibility. And the function of intercultural competence is threefold and crucial to achieving effective achieving the objectives appropriate, respectful, not of offending intercultural communication. The first is reduction of cultural. It acts as a social lubricant when culture class, cultural awareness minimizes a misunderstanding and stress. The second is the geratin empathy. It allows individuals to see the world through to other person, a friend or reference. It is key to building trust and lasting relationship. And the third, behavioral flexibility and adaptation allows the communicator to adjust their own behavior, verbal language and not verbal language, negation skills, time or management, to meet the exception of the cultural interlocutor. The importance of culture for the students learning English, especially today, cannot be limited to grammar and vocabulary. English, it is the global language franca. This means the students don't learn it only to speak with people from England or the United States, but also to communicate with the people from Korea, Brazil, Egypt, or Germany. Understanding cultural dimension transform the misunderstanding of their strength into I understand their value system. It is the theoretical basis for tolerance and the predictive communication. The intercultural competence is the ability to negative developing intercultural competence. It is vital because it gives EFL students with the practical tools to adapt and mediate in real time. Thank you, teacher.